What's up, y'all? It's me, Tasha C. And this particular quick video I hope to finish where it's selling the ATL. What is it? Season 1, episode 6, the season finale. Sorry, it's a couple days late. But shout out to my YouTube fam, my old and I meant to say, like, I hate. Okay, you can tell I'm starting to get sleepy. I'm just on the road. But if you not part of my subscribe family, don't forget to also just like this video and share, subscribe, and let's get into it. The highlights is this. Okay, I'm not gonna go through everything, but we're getting ready for Kristin, my darlings, upcoming mixer, also known as I Can't Wait to Make Myself Look Good and hopefully get Sara out the way, so hope I get more to commission check for this $20 million project with Elena. So the highlights is that first, here's some like how, oh my gosh, this will be, we would have to have another talk here. We would have to probably be on freeze for a while, cause now your Miss TT, I like to call her Miss Thickum TT. She is showing, now she already had, sold a home or whatever to this dude named, one of her clients, I think a house, whatever, right, when she had that party and Sara was, about her, Now he got a dude that's a football player. She's showing one, this is one of the best, deals of her life if she can get this commission from this particular dude as well. And it's the best, the most high, one of the most high upgoing first highlights in her career. She's showing the house, everything, a bunch of stuff, it was kind of like MTV Cribs. And then all of a sudden, here come on, because Kyle already was driving, she said an hour, right? Now, we all know what it is and stuff, but here all of a sudden, here come Kyle coming, when she just talking, they sitting by, they already went through the house, they're sitting, and maybe the dude was getting more interested, he was loving everything about the house. Because Eddie was also there with him too, like I said, it's one of Eddie boys. That's dude's name, right? And then here come Mr. Kyle coming in, talking about some, hey, everybody, oh, hi, Eddie, what's up, what up? Another dude just looking like, who the heck is this? And Miss Titi, like, but she didn't want to say anything, whatever at the time, but he like, hey, Eddie, blah, blah, how you doing? You know what? Me and Titi about to go in business. He didn't say Titi, but just saying, me and her about to go into business together and flip houses and blah, blah, blah. And he just kind of in a way just not only stole her shine, but that kind of affected the professionalism. It looked like it was just some shit. And he ended up, she ended up, he, could tell the client, I meant to say, was really ticked off about that. And I can understand that too. Because it seemed like not only was it interrupting the sale, but it seemed like he was trying to come on as, in a way, like he's trying to stop the, trying to add in, like, here's my mixtape. Or, what I'm saying, like, here's my book. Or something like that. At an inappropriate time. So she had to tell the dudes, like, Eddie and his boy, to go into the house while she talked to him. And she was just like, well, why are you here, basically, type of speech. I thought I was going to call you, tell you, why are you here? And he's like, well, I mean, I know Eddie and everything, blah, blah, all the stuff, right? So I think she ended up telling Kyle to go to the car or something like that. But by that time, when she spoke to Kyle, let him know, like, why is he here? And he's trying to justify, like, basically be on some hater stuff, / this is my business card, I do hair, or, I do barber the weekends, whatever. He all of a sudden, comes back and he decides, I don't want this property. So DP was like, okay, we'll try somewhere else. But I do think because of Kyle and his hatering and bullshit, whatever, this is why the guy probably declined. I don't know. It just seemed like, because she admitted in confessional, she was kind of disappointed. And I could understand that, okay? So, excuse me, y'all. So anyways, like I said, what is the other highlights? Of course, the highlight is the mixer / mess. And then this whole thing with, we're going to get to the $20 million project. But let's go into, first, the mixer thing. So, we got Kristin, my darling, is having everyone come over. I think she talks to Phoebe or something like that. Is talking about cod, some pieces and some rum punch or whatever. Of course, you're going to encourage the rum punch liquor, get some people hype up. And Kristin, my darling, has this mixer with everybody there, including Elena, Sara, and DP. She even asked DP, tells DP that Sara's going to be there. And DP doesn't know for sure. She already knows, like, it's going to be possibly some problems. But she brings Kyle with whatever, right? And Sara and everybody comes there, including Glenn. They have one little scene that Glenn is, like, probably going back to real estate and showing some houses. Good for her. Okay, so all of a sudden, we got this mixer going on, and I think Sara is talking, and Jay comes in, and everybody's there, whatever, right? I think Elena was in another room. Majority of the ladies are there. BB was kind of last one to come, Kyle, and when Jay is near talking, and already that could have been a problem, but Jay is no longer Thie's problem. Sara and Thebe are at odds. Well, like I said, I didn't think that was surprising anyway. Because Sara, considering that she feels like, I did all this stuff for Thebe, and it's like this. Let's be for real. During the first episode, did she ask for Thebe's help because he was a rapper? Or because she would understand because he was part of the African American culture and, the urban lifestyle? I'm just saying, okay? So anyways, not to say Thebe ain't thoughts, because her parents' skills, we go in there for there, but I'm just saying, as far as Sarah's making it seem like, I am so much better than, with Gates on the screen though, but you're so much better than, okay? Let me find out, what the fuck a government cheese is, so I'm just saying. When Sarah's talking to Jay, when she brings herself, also known as the Black Tinkerbell comes in, whatever, right? And Thebe comes in, she's on her side, and then she hears Tinkerbell. She automatically thinks it's her. Or maybe, like she said, it is more than what y'all think about Sara, that there's a lot of stuff slide. But they take shots at each other all the time, whatever, so this is nothing new, correct? So, on the other hand, they sit there, and they're talking, whatever, and, Thebe already comes to her, like, first, like, bitch, what the heck you got to say about me, blah, blah, blah. When she heard Tinkerbell, it somehow took her off. And, they had to get her on the other side with her, because they were trying to explain, like, huh? Where's this coming from? Some of the other ladies. Because they're like, okay, she wasn't talking to you, which actually she wasn't at that particular moment, at least I thought. But she got triggered. So, they put her on the other side. Then, my darling, Kristin was kind of like, okay, we're going to have this mediator, also known as, hopefully Elena sees this stuff. My devilish plan. That's what Kristin, because that's really what she was doing, right? So she decides immediately, she got one side of the couch here, Thebe over here, and she got over the side over here is Sara, right? And they were talking. Y'all throw shots at each other, but y'all, what y'all gonna do and then to work it out, whatever. But Thebe's like, she's sick and tired. Sara's basically has her speech, she's sick and tired, blah, 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 and stuff. And then it got to the point of going back and forth, and then it got to the point that Sara decides to bring up, because, Kyle's right there too. Well, you know what, she's still, you're married, right? And Kyle both Thebe like, she's already divorced and went to Alabama to take care of that, so next. But, Thebe felt kind of way, like, you stabbed me, backstabbed me, whatever, Sara, blah, blah, blah. And before, I think Thebe was like, enough is enough, I'm going to leave. Because, it was just a lot of back and forth, whatever, right? Then all of a sudden, somewhere around the line, Sara decides that you never will get my sales. And like I said is, okay, in your point, I don't know why, because they're like, you will never have my sales and blah, blah, blah. But let's be for real. I'm about to bring this point real quick, and I'm not to real estate, nothing like that. But if Sara is so bad, like she said it is, and she about all this old money and blah, 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 Elena came up with her that idea. Why couldn't be the other way around? Why couldn't Sara present and try to get a team and get a $20 million deal? If you that fucking damn bad, why you apparently are a follower or technically a team player. But if you can make moves like that your own self, either you would have came up and got that plan your damn self, or you would have been able to link and get that woman's information your own, since you liked the house that you showed so much, and then you could have brought it to attention. So you that damn bad, you don't have to say you the best. It just shows and glows. Shows and glows, okay? So anyways, Thebe throwing a pillow. That looked like a nice ass pillow, like from Imperial One or some shit. And, just threw it. And of course, that's when Sara threw the pillow back at her. you know, and, you know, you got secure somebody, they show the face, like, we ain't got time for this right here. They ain't got no liability, you know, we ain't got time for no liability, stuff like that, whatever. And also to be tearing up the house. So they had security just in case, you know, to stop it happening. Thief and Kyle ended up leaving and whatever. And I think Elena by that time had just came down there, whatever, or something like that. It's like I seen her, but I didn't really see her. Of course, they had a commotion like, this is a mess here, blah, 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 all this other stuff. Because I think, wasn't Glenn the one who had told them, like, you know, they all always had gotten into it or whatever. And we basically know the friendship is over. So we all know it's the aftermath of that, whatever, right? But like I said, it's not really that much to talk about in this episode besides the possible fight with her. But we already know Sara and Thi's relationship is doom. Okay? So, that is what it is. And then all of a sudden, we go to this $20 million project. Now, the ladies come in, Kristin, my darling, and OKeefe, is that her name? I don't know why I like saying OKeefe like that. And Sara all in. And of course, they're concerned about Jay, also known as the Black Tinkerbell, comes in and talks to them about, you know, this information she found. They're concerned, they talk to her, and Elena admits in the confessionals that she has not done no background check. She's worried about that dirty money. But, I mean, I'm not thinking like she should do background checks, but to make sure the money is real. You just never know with certain folks. I'm just saying, like, or, you know, you don't want to be up there showing all these damn places and then be like, I was going to get the place, but psych! I don't know about rest. But I'm just saying this, there's a lot going on, but the husband supposed to come in a couple weeks. Maybe that's where we pick up off in this episode. And, I mean, you know, with the season, with part 2. They didn't say when it's coming back. Because I already know cutting ATL is supposed to come back. Maybe they'll come back in a couple weeks, whatever. I mean, a couple months, I meant to say. And so, anyways, y'all, she said she was going to look for the information, you know, up. No, they first had the concerns, and then Jay comes in, OKeefe accidentally sits there and tells her she was on her way because they said they got this information, whatever, or end up revealing in the end. She comes in and said this and that, and then here we go back and forth. We got between Elena and Jay, like, you know, you should get your information right. You meant to fire me and you this and here, because, you know, Jay had to overdo and had on this outfit, and I know she had a couple knackers in her damn purse, because I was sweating looking at her. And so she like, because it's a scandal, and Elena, and she wanted to prove that it was Elena, whatever, that it was a scandal going on. And that's what she explained the whole thing, where she got the information for, said he was arrested and all this other stuff. And then she sued Elena. Elena, of course, is trying to brush off. That's when she just kind of, after that, got the information, like, okay, I looked that over, dismiss, bitch, you're out my way. That's pretty much what that was. So, the last scene was her breaking down, and it's kind of the last scene before we get to the next season, I guess. It kind of even ended like it was a cliffhanger, but not a cliffhanger, whatever. Besides, like I said, the only other cliffhanger is like how Sara, you know, wasn't they also said that Sarah supposedly was selling tail in the ATL too? And stuff with a couple of her clients? But okay, I digress. But anyway, so, now, Lena breaks it down as she's hearing information and said, like, not everything is true. And they're just like, okay, all three ladies was like, oh, okay, we can roll with this, right? So, anyways, we find out that, she finally says to OKeefe, like, she went to say about Sara and Kristin, my darling's property. But she's going to get back to, Kristin, my darling, the second for another reason. So, she basically tells OKeefe, Joy doesn't want to work with her no more. She tried, but considered that one property. And OKeefe is like this, that not all customers going to be satisfied with the properties. And that's if it's only that because it was only one property and I followed every deed that y'all required, blah, blah, blah. But since y'all that way, bye. Y'all work with y'all Nigerian investor and y'all just getting, and she just left. So it's down to 2 women. Then she's sitting there, I think right before after OKeefe left. She decides to tell about how she realized and pay attention to Kristin, my darling, has set up, you know, so she could see, and she looked at it as that's being sneaky, because she could see she was trying to set up Sara so that way she'll get mad at Sara and will get her off the team, and I'll bring Kristin, my darling, closer to, I guess, getting more commission or whatever. And so Kristin, my darling, is of course like, I don't know what you're talking about. But in the confessional, she's just like, can't you see my whitening teeth? But she's like, I don't know what you're talking about. I tried to diffuse the situation. I don't know what you were talking about or anything else of that nature. And I just had a good time. I had to, the cod fitters and the rum punch, and I don't know what you're talking about. Then I got a point that even Kristin, my darling, went to Chris TT, because she like, I don't know what you're talking about here, but if I feel some type of way, blah, blah, and that voice started doing this, and here Elena's like, you ain't gonna, who you yelled at? It was like, she was not looking at Elena, but she was sitting right next to Elena, but she was basically like, that Kristin, my darling, just went to somewhere else, okay? The Kiki was coming out of Kristin, my darling, for a second, because she just like, who, if I, whatever, but the meeting had ended, so she's supposed to be working with Sara, and supposedly still Kristin, my darling, at the moment. But they were kind of yelling for a minute. She was just like, no, she felt some type of way that Elena was accusing her of being a certain way, and she felt like, no, I was not trying to start drama. That's basically all that thing was. That's what I got most out of it. And then at the end, the confessionals, they're just like, yeah, okay, we get ready for these projects. And then the confessional for this project, $20 million project. But Kristin, my darling, is like this. After this, I don't think we're going to work with Elena no more. I don't feel that way. I got Joy and her business partner a phone number, so I will be calling them. So we'll see. Is Kristin, my darling, going to take over this project? Is these people really real? Or what the hell's going to go on, okay? But anyway, y'all, that's y'all pleasant night, pleasant weekend, pleasant morning, and I definitely see y'all next video. Hugs and loves and all that good stuff. All right.